Hello, friends, loved ones, and families. I welcome you to my segment. Once again, this is Mr. B.O., a full-fledged Igbo son and teacher of Igbo language, culture, and tradition. Yeah, we're still on the Maidens, as we did the last time we met. Yes, let's continue from where we stopped. Yes, Maidens, you're beautiful. Anywhere you go, just quote me, you're beautiful. Whether or not anybody says you're beautiful, just tell yourself you are created, as God's own image. That means if God is handsome, if God is beautiful, that means you are beautiful as well. But one thing is that you should kind of do a recheck on your attitudes. Attitudinal issue you really have to deal with. Okay? No matter how angry you are, don't engage in fisticuffs with a man. Even if you think you can beat him up, even if you think you're stronger. Of course, there are women, there are ladies who are far stronger than the man. Yes, I just give them 3 minutes, they'll knock the man down. Okay? There are women like that. Just that some of them, because of how well trained they are, how well brought up they were, they do not want to exchange fisticuffs with a man, whether in public or indoors. If not, if such a thing usually takes effect, you will always see some men with bruises all over their faces, brought about by mere women. So don't do it. Just let go. Okay, you can put a smile to conceal your anger, your disappointment. Leave that spot. The man wouldn't want to keep dragging along, wanting to fight you. There are men that will always fight for a lady who knows what it takes to comport herself very well. There are men there who will take the fight for you. Okay? That's another one. Then you should always be humble enough, no matter who you are, no matter your academic qualifications. Don't see any other person who is less academically qualified as you as someone who does not deserve your respect. Don't see him as somebody you should always look down on because you feel academically you're higher, better, and incomparable. You understand? So another thing is, no matter how rich you are as a single lady, please comport yourself such a way that you wouldn't let that get into you. Don't let that get into your head. You want to talk to people anyhow because you think you've got money. With your money, you can buy a husband. Any man who buys with your money will leave you when that money finishes. Or he might leave you before the money finishes. When he uses your money, invests with your money, makes some gain, and finds someone he actually would want to marry, someone he actually loves. Well, you live in the lodge, so who will you blame? So that's just it. Always put your money behind you. Don't let your wealth go for you. Let your manner do. That's the best way to deal with a man. Okay? Don't threaten a man because you've got money. Anything, any little thing little fisticuff or some kind of verbal misunderstanding you have with a man, the next thing you do is try to kind of threaten him. You want to lock him up. You know this. You know who this person is. You know who that person is. You will call them to come and deal with. Please, enough of that. Rich ladies are not known for that. Women of power, women of substance, don't behave in such a manner. They know how to comport themselves. So you should learn how to comport yourself, no matter how angry or how angered anybody has caused you, especially a man. Avoid exchanging fisticuffs with a man. It's very important. Then the one is that I must say here is that don't be jealous of your friends, your female friends. When your female friends have got a man, then you try to be jealous. No. Show them you're happy for and with them. It's very important. And when a man who is in the same age range makes it bigger, congratulate him. Don't use words or make some statements that he will see as you are being kind of subjugated by his wealth, his achievement. Just to let him know that you're happy and let the happiness flow from deep within you. You understand me? Okay. The next thing you should always be conscious of is not letting somebody's decision or what anybody has said or says about a man knock you out of what you have always felt about the man. Don't let what you hear influence what you know about someone, especially a man. Until you have really dealt with him, until you have related with him, that's when you will decide if what you heard matches with what you've seen. Sometimes people would say something out of hatred, and it's not true. They might hit somebody and say, this person is not good, this person is this person is that, just to discourage any other person that wants to associate him or herself with a person. So, if everybody says that this man is bad, and he hasn't been bad to you, it doesn't mean you should start avoiding him. Give him the same respect you've always given him. Accord him that respect. Don't change because of what you heard or what you hear about a man. You understand? And one thing you should also understand is that no matter how poor you are, always be satisfied. Be contented with the little you get. Don't cage for money. Don't beg. Okay? And if you have to beg, beg reasonably and don't let it be habitual, where everybody will begin to see you as a beggar, as a habitual beggar. You beg, you beg. Men don't respect such women who beg because they always see you as someone who is not independent. Even when they decide to get something to do with you in the future, probably having to take you as their wife, you always want to pressure them, weigh them down with demands because you always depend on them. No man wants that. We want independent women. Okay? And the one thing that most ladies will say, oh, I wouldn't help a woman, a man with my money. No matter how rich I am, he should go and make his own money. This is one of the things that has kept or still keep women, they kind of have relegated them to their programs. They still continue to bear their maiden names. It's because of, I won't help a man. He has to go and make his own money. Okay? The fingers are not equal. And one thing you should know about men is that if you see a poor man today, tomorrow he will surprise you because God works in a mysterious way. He knows that we've got a lot of burdens on our heads when it has to do with a man. Yes, God has a way of boosting men's morals, boosting men's financial status. You wouldn't know within the twinkling of an hour a man has just become rich. He didn't do any other thing, but God decided to bless him. So don't look down on a man today because he's not rich. Then you don't want to have anything to do with him. You want to look for those who are rich. Then you pick from them. You don't pick men, men pick you. As a woman, you have to respect yourself, comport yourself in such a way that a man will come and pick you. There's no woman that has men. There's no man that has men in her bank account. Okay, let me treat this one, but tomorrow I'll go and withdraw one. You don't withdraw men. They aren't money. So all you do is just sit. No matter how beautiful you are, no matter how positioned you are, it's a man that will come after you. So the fact that you're richer doesn't mean that you should start disrespecting him. You wouldn't know where God would help you in terms of, if you don't see marriage as a help, because most of you spend a lot of time, spend a lot of money, give to fake men of God, always pass nights at vigils just to have husbands. So don't think that guy you're looking up to, that, I want God to give me this man. He might not end up being your husband. God might just raise somebody else from somewhere, another man entirely whom you don't know. So God knows how he works his things. He will just make sure the man comes to you. When you start talking, you know that, yes, this is really your man. Okay? And he will know that you're his missing ribs. So the issue of disturbing your pastors, disturbing ministers of God, talking to prophetesses, telling them that they should, intercede with God on your behalf because you want to get married. Talk about your attitudinal issues. Deal with them. Deal with your attitudinal issues first. Going to these people I mentioned is not bad, but There are things you should work on. First of all, before you meet these people, you want them to intercede with God on your behalf in your marriage journey. You understand me? That's all I have for you today. We still have a lot to do, a lot to talk about when next we meet. Okay, that's all for now, folks. Have a lovely evening. Bye.